Hi, everybody. I'm Heather Walrath, one of the accredited financial counselors here at the Navy Mutual team. And I'm very excited to have my colleague Kate Horrell with us, who is also part of our education team, with some exciting news that she has just published her first book, and we could not be more proud of her. So, Kate, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the title of this awesome book.
As you said, my name is Kate Horrell, and I wrote a book called College Finances for Military Families. And if I were prepared, I would be holding up a copy right here. So everybody will have to go to Amazon and go see what the cover looks like because I like it.
It's a lovely cover. I agree. Yeah, everybody needs to go check it out. But Kate, I've known you for a while, and I know you are super savvy with so many different topics regarding military benefits, personal finance. So, what was it about this particular topic that inspired you to write the book?
Basically, people asked me to write this book. Having put 4 kids through college and utilizing the post 9/11 GI Bill as one of our benefits, I had a vested interest in getting pretty smart about how college financial aid works, what benefits are available to military families, and how to put it all together. And as I started sharing that with people through my blog and also speaking and through social media, more and more people said to me, "You have got to write a book." And so I did.
Perfect. Well, I can't wait to read it because I also have one in college and I've already picked your brain about all of these things. But what do you think it is in particular about college finances that, make it a challenge for military families?
There are a couple of things. The first one is we don't get many opportunities in life to practice this skill. Just like I often say when I'm doing presentations for Navy Mutual, we don't shop for life insurance a lot in our life. And so it's not a skill we've had a chance to develop. Same thing with we don't do college financial planning very many times. We have 4 kids. We're a pretty big family compared to most people. So I got to do it 4 times. But many families, are only doing it once or twice. The other thing is there are very specific nuances for military families. Where do you get in-state tuition? Does a particular school or state do something special because you're military or a veteran? And then how do VA education benefits into your family's financial plan?
That is very true. So, what would you say out of all of those topics and all the great things that you're going to cover in this book? What is your best piece of advice for folks that are navigating this that they can find in your book?
The main concept that I try to tell people, whether I'm, talking to them in person or writing an article, is the concept that planning for college should be planning for your whole family's college and educational goals, and not to think of each student as sort of their own little bucket. A lot of times families come to me and they'll say, we have 2 students, we have 36 months of the post 9/11 GI Bill, so each kid is going to get 18 months, and that's how we're going to play this. And my response to them is, what if we could get everybody exactly the same college, but by shifting those 18 months around, maybe using 24 months here, 12 months there, or even 36 months for one kid and 0 months for the other kid? What can save you $100,000? And everyone kind of looks at me like, that's crazy. But it's pretty simple. And when you apply that to not only the GI Bill 29, other types of resources that you might have, there are a lot of ways, if you think about everybody together, to get more benefit of what you have.
Great advice. And it does sound like a very complicated topic, but thankfully, we now have your book as reference. So I encourage everybody to take a look at it for some really awesome ways to use your military benefits to pay for college. So thanks for joining us today, Kate, and congrats on the book.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for your support, as always.